Hi everybody, welcome back. Well, this is what I hope will be very short video. This is another Pioneer equipment that has been added to the previous lot. This is a C-21 amplifier. The unit is working, but the controls are very scratchy. I then started to remove the front panel, and since it's quite difficult to avoid any damages here, so what I've done, I've removed all the knobs, which has a small screw down there, not all, volumes over there, and the main volume here. This is a gain balance for each channel. As we can see, there is a very interesting equipment since we have an adjustable cartridge load, which is predefined with turntable. As said, hopefully it will be quick since this is a functioning unit with scratchy controls, and I have to raise up the gain of left channel in order to get a balanced output on the speakers. So it seems that the volume is not tracking perfectly or balanced on both channels. The volume control, it's the one with steps, but I'm not sure if there are resistors inside or it's just a track with ball indexing. By the way, this is how it's inside. It's a very neat preamplifier. This is the Phono Section, and this is the power supply and auxiliary input over the tape monitoring and playback circuitry. The capacitors looks fine. There is a bulge here in the, not bulge, it's bowed. The PCB is bowed down, and indeed there is a soft rubber here that hit on the bottom cover that I have removed. These are relays. Well, capacitor seems fine. They might be dried out after so long time. I believe this is manufactured in the 70s. So, by the way, the units work pretty fine, but I will check later with the instrument and see how it performs. So let's try to remove this. By the way, coming back to the front panel removal, I had to use this kind of pliers to remove this knob here. It was very, very hard to remove, and I have used thin plastic shim here in order to don't scratch the front panel. Yeah, it's quite difficult to reach this point. By the way, this is how it looks like. So let's go ahead with the volume pot removal and disassembly. This is the bottom side. I already have removed the solder joints here, and two of the terminals were bent down, and they are so thick that to lift them up, it has been quite difficult and very easy to scratch the PCB. Those kind of old PCBs are very weak and easy to break pads and tracks. Well, unfortunately, the way that this potentiometer is mounted on the front panel requires the removal of the PCB. So I need to remove those captive screws in order to lift it up, and hopefully will allow me to remove the potentiometer. As we can see, somebody has been in before me, so yeah, a bit of not really clean work, must be cleaned up. And finally the potentiometer is out. It has been a little bit tricky, and since I'm at this stage, I think I will do the same on the other two potentiometers here that are scratchy as well. I have sprayed contact cleaner inside here, but well, I'm scared that it might be difficult to get them cleaned, so I wanna see if I can go deeper than that. So let's see how this potentiometer is done. The shape of this potentiometer requires tight fit screwdriver. Those screws actually are very prone to get damaged on the head. So you need a very precise screwdriver to do that. So let's see. Yeah, there are nuts. And by the way, this is an Alps 100 kilo ohm potentiometer. And let's see if we can open it up. I might need to remove this. Yeah, I need to check more in depth. Probably there is something back here. I'm feeling a hole, and seems there is something that holds all together. Let me check more in depth. I've been able to open the rear label, and there is clearly a clip that is very hard to remove. So I don't think I will go ahead with the complete disassembly. It seems too risky and easily can get damaged. So lifting this part, I have seen that there are two access holes down there. I'm not sure that you can see it. So I will spray through those holes, and I will stop my dismantling at this point. It seems too risky, and I don't want to damage the potentiometer itself. And yes, everything is back together, bolted. So if you are going to clean some kind of potentiometer, well, just lift up the lower screen if you have, and drop in the contact cleaner, the potentiometer spray you have, hopefully good one, and rock back and forth several times, and should be enough, hopefully. So let's reassemble everything and test. Okay, everything is back together. I have already made the setup with this Y as a signal splitter in the phono section, and I'm monitoring the output onto the scope. Both channels are tracking almost equally. There is just a few millivolt. However, to have an output of 1.2 volts peak to peak, I need a strong 20 millivolts in the phono input, and in my opinion is a bit low in sensibility. So I need to look at the specs and see if we are within, or it's a bit weak as amplification. Well, looking at the spec seems fine, and same thing for the auxiliary input. It tracks very equally, I would say, just 2 millivolt or different as in the phono stage. So it seems that the chain, it's amplifying almost equally. And I have also checked the distortion over there. I have already done the measure, and there is nothing of interesting. They are practically the same, so seems fine. And this piece of equipment will be added to my personal home hi-fi system, since I want to test with turntables. Um, I I strongly prefer vacuum tubes for audio. By the way, it seems that this preamplifier back in the days was not so bad, so I want to just test it. But I'm pretty sure that it will sound good. And I really like this cartridge load adjustment that allow us to connect different kinds. I'm actually playing both 33s and 78s, so different cartridges, different loads. Yeah, looks fine. So that's it for this video, and it seems that it became too long. So thanks for watching. See you soon.